All right, everyone, Matt Happy Harvest CT. So day 19 of the challenge, and we're talking about single-use plastic bags. Now, I'm from Connecticut, and Connecticut has done a pretty good job of taxing the bags, which kind of stinks because we don't get into politics. But it is expensive. Me being a small business owner, I have to pay 10 cents for every bag of plastic I use. Luckily, we don't use plastic packaging, so I'm excluded. I found a loophole. I just don't use plastic. So single-use plastic bags. Now they have reusable bags. They're reusable bags. Now, my only issue with the reusable bags, and people are like, of course, yeah, you got another issue with the reusable bags. What's wrong with reusable bags is you have 20 of them. You don't need 20 reusable bags. You need one reusable bag, just one. And reuse the reusable bag. Just because you're using a snowman theme from your favorite store in the middle of the summer, it's okay, right? And that's tends what happens. I look at these bags that are reusable and it's like, oh, this is my farmer's market bag and this is my going to this store bag. I don't want to name a bunch of stores off, right? But again, so think about that. Reuse the reusable bag, and then when the reusable bag rips, repair it. And then after you can't repair it anymore, cut it up and make it into like a wrapping paper for a present. See how you can reuse things? All right, you get what I'm doing. So 10 million tons of plastic are dumped into our oceans a year. When I read this, I'm like, what are we doing? But this is invisible. You can't see it. You don't know it's there, but you know it's there if you live near the ocean. You know it's there if you take a trip down Long Island Sound. You know it's there if you look at the things spinning in the Pacific Ocean. It looks like a washing machine of plastic. All right, there's certain areas of the world where plastic washes up. Us being a wealthy country, it doesn't really wash up as here. We don't really dump in our backyard too much. We won't go there. All right, 100%. So microplastics. Microplastics are plastic that's basically broken down, but not all the way yet. 100% of the mussels tested in the study I found, 100% had microplastics. I don't eat mussels, not because of the microplastics, just because I don't eat mussels. But I'm like thinking about the fish I eat. Do they have microplastics? The lobster I eat, are there microplastics? Like, what? Wow, am I eating plastic? I hate plastic, but I'm eating it, right? Food for thought, right? And then last thing is, some people like the stats, so there's stat people out there. So I'm gonna throw about 12 million barrels of oil a year are used just to make our plastic. So yeah, like we drive these cars and they're whatever. Like I think you need a car, right? If you're using fossil fuels for a car, but you don't need to use single-use bags, but we have. All right, so if you're still using a single-use bag, get rid of it. Use a reusable bag. Now, earth bag. Earth bag. The earth bag is a bag you bring places just in case the place you're going does not have reusable things. All right, let's say you're going to a party, going to get some red Solo cups, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to use a red Solo cup. I'm sustainable Matt. I don't want to use this red Solo cup. I go to my earth bag, bang, reusable cup. Now, I haven't really started this yet, but this is going to be just one of my 2020 challenges. I'm going to do this. 2022 challenges. Jeez, where am I living? So I'll probably take a picture of the first party I go to with my Solo cup, and you're going to be like, oh. But it'll only be a party where I know people aren't using reusable things. And a lot of the people I hang with are super sustainable like me. They just don't talk about it as much, right? So also within that bag is a reusable straw, just in case, you need to use a straw. Like I said, I solved the problem. I just don't use a straw. And utensils, right? And my coworkers will vouch for this. I always use these little camping utensils, and they're like, why are you using camping utensils? Well, they're reusable. I don't want to throw them out. Like all the kids in school just get plastic utensils. What are we doing? It's easier. Can we wash them? Lastly is in there, you're gonna see a crystal. I love energy, right? My wife's very into energy. And this Happy Harvest really doesn't have much to do with our energy yet. We're gonna bridge that later. You'll understand all that and how the grid works. But we use that, and then I always have a garbage bag in there. Why do I have a plastic garbage bag in my earth bag? It's kind of like, so I can pick up garbage from the people who litter, or if I'm creating garbage, I always have a garbage bag on me. So that's my earth bag. It's not a purse. I don't walk around with a purse. It's always with me, right? It's in my backpack if I'm hiking, or if I'm going to a party, I will have a backpack like it's college and my earth bag, right? So college kids, get your earth bag. Thanks, guys.